Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Above the Bar podcast, where each week we belly up to the bar with a new guest, find out what they do, who they are, and what makes them great. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alrighty, folks, welcome back to the Above the Bar podcast. It's your host, Sean. It is the last Wednesday here in the month of April. Good Lord, I'm already lost at what month it is. But here it is. It's the last one. We're figuring everything out. So why not finish it with a little bit of a flight around the world? But we're not going to be the real Flight 409, but it is the real Flight 409 because you wouldn't want to be on the real Flight 409, but we'll be on this Flight 409. And joining us from all over the world, and we'll give them each a chance to introduce themselves. So we're talking about what it's like to make a musical comeback. It was the last album I believe they made was in 1902. They've decided to all come back in the next. That was close, right, Chad? I think
you were there. You were within the ball. You were in the ballpark.
It was the night. It was. I'm close, but no. 1900s of some sort.
Yeah.
Listen, I love the Jimmy Eat World though, Andy, so that would make me happy. So,
Thanks,
but
dude.
joining us from all over parts of the other side of the United States, far, far away from me here in the great areas of upstate New York, it is almost all the members of the band Flight 409.
What's happening?
What's happening, gents? Being a long time since Alta Sierra lunchtime. Oh, what is this? Might make sense to you guys. Long time since Alta Sierra lunchtime show.
It's been a while.
Wow.
Been a while since Alta Sierra. Good 20
Holy
years.
moly.
What is Alta? Now, look, they're going to
It's a
derail me
junior
right
high
away.
school.
Right. Alta Sierra is a junior high school that we used to play on the campus quite a bit back when we were still in high school and in junior high. Yeah.
I wanted to just double check that when you're like, so it's where we used to play at, oh, wait a sec. Like you were at least still in school at the point when you were still playing at the middle school. I want to make sure of that part.
We were, yes. Yep.
Just
for
making sure.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, let's go ahead and get into some of these different parts here. Let's go ahead and take care of the toughest part of all that. We'll get through the sponsors, then we'll find out about the band, what they've had going on, and what the new music's all about here. So first things, as always, folks, if you're first time joining us right here, that's the big board for Sticker and a Cause. If you have something you believe in, something you're supporting, you want people to know about it, and you got a sticker, you can reach out to me on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, X. Our website is theabovethebarpodcast.com. Our email is theabovethebarpodcast@gmail.com. Tell me all about it. I'll tell you where to send the sticker, and we'll let everybody know what you got going on. Now we got to talk about the sponsors, people that pays the bills around here. That's Budget Blinds of East Greenbush, Hudson, Cooksaki, Schoharie, Delmar, and Clifton Park, North America's largest custom window treatment company. They're handling everything from blinds, shades, shutters, drapery, tint, you name it. They can take care of it, and they do everything in-house. I'm looking back here. I'm trying to see what kind of window treatment you're all working with. I only see one set, some room darkeners over there, but we'll take it. So make sure you're reaching out to them. And getting ready to end the month of April, they're at 25% off all their drapery. But going into next month, they're going to be 20% off all product. And as always, folks, if you tell them you're there to belly up to the bar, you're going to get another 25%, or excuse me, another 5%. Good Lord, give it all away. Another 5% off your entire order. So make sure you're reaching out to Budget Blinds of East Greenbush, Hudson, Cooksaki, Schoharie, Delmar, and Clifton Park. All right, gents. All the tough part is over with. How is everybody's day? How was everybody's day? Enjoying it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my notes. Good. I'm trying to get my notes up and delay things right now. Sub said that was back in 2004-ish. And Bruno says, "Oh my God, I love you guys so much." So
thanks, Bruno.
What's up, Bruno?
So let's start with this. So I'm pulling my notes up here real quick. So the last album was we joked about that, but when was the last album?
2007. We released We Don't Dance in 2007.
Okay. And I can't remember which one of you guys, it might have been Andy, you and I spoke on the phone, and we were talking about.
It was me.
Was it you, Kyle? Okay, and we talked about that, and you had me looking up, and I was like, dude, I think I know this song. Like I recognized it right away when I heard it. And then now you said that song came out in 2007. What happened after? Let me ask that question. So what happened after that? That was it like, all right, we made this, we tried to get this to be bigger for a year, and then, it's like the song, this one got married, that one, moved away. What happened after that?
Licious, you want to take it?
Yeah, I can kind of sum it up a little bit. Prior to making the We Don't Dance record, we had already released a record and been a band and touring for 5-6 years. And so we did We Don't Dance. It turned out great. We got a great response from it. We ended up getting on some bigger tours and doing some cool stuff. And then long story short, I mean, touring just got more and more difficult, and it got more expensive, and people kind of started going different directions musically. And so we toured for a few years after We Don't Dance. We toured till about 2009. So almost two and a half more years of touring and playing pretty consistently. And then in 2009, after a couple of member changes, we just kind of decided that it wasn't feasible to continue doing it at that time. And then the fun part is that we've all stayed close friends for the most part for the entire time. There was no real like bad blood or anything, right? Like you hear with a lot of other bands. A lot of bands have bad blood and go through nasty breakups and all that good stuff. But it was just kind of time for us, and so we did that. And 20 years later, here we are.
So we've got the new song. Does anyone want to give us the breakdown of the new song? I got about 36 seconds of it. I didn't want to. Well, whoever gives me permission, can I play 36 seconds of the new song?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure I have permission, because I don't know none of the rules when it comes to those kind of things. And they're like, people are like, oh, you have so many seconds, and then you read something online. They're like, that's not true. You can play the first note and they can come for you. So
I've heard the same, but I think they're safe.
Yeah. Well, I figured all you guys were here. Like nobody would be like, no. But so with this, I'm going to play this. Who wants to give an intro or kind of the background on the new song?
I'll let Andy do that again, or Kyle can do it. Yeah.
No, Andy should do that one too.
Oh, okay.
For sure. For the most part, it's pretty. The name kind of just gives it all away, right? It's really just about like us picking back up where we left off, and
finishing what you started, huh?
Finishing what we started, yeah. I mean, that's the gist of it, right? Like, it felt like there was unfinished business, and
yeah. Well, we started talking a lot again, like a lot, and like working on ideas and showing each other ideas again. And then it was just like, hey, do you want to do it? Let's just do it. Who's in? So we asked all of the band members that have been in the band, and then Andy had these amazing lyrics. The song came together.
Well, here we go, folks. This is Flight 409's newest song, Finish What You. I can't see my notes now. I saw
Finish what you
started. I'm horrible. Listen, I promise you I've been doing this for 6 years.
No longer mapping a way out, but when it all comes crashing
All right, so I messed my entire screen up, but there we go. Like you're the only. How did you pull that off?
Yeah, what are you doing, Chad? You're the only person there, man.
How did you pull that off? Like that was amazing. That's never happened to me before.
Welcome to
That's
my
awesome.
Badass, dude.
But I see. I love every bit of that sound. I don't know if it's the rebirth of a sound that we all grew up with. I mean, I'm only 49. Like that is my sound. That heavy, just jamming out. And I don't know. I'll tell you right now, folks. Go watch the video. I don't know whose house that is in the video, but it looks like a way too cool house just to not like. Like you've got all the recording gear there. There's a sound stick. Like it's all there, and it looks like it's out in a nice big like open area, so you can kind of get away. Like everything about it, I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty amazing. And I'm not sure. Like I'm assuming you guys know who Bruno is. But Bruno said, "My ears are blessed. Oh my God, you guys have changed a bit." And then Sub said, "The rabbit hole."
Yeah, that's where we recorded it. It's
Yeah,
Kyle's studio.
it's on at my house. I own a recording studio called the Rabbit Hole.
That dude, it's awesome. It absolutely is
it's
awesome.
all on my property, so it's like it's our space. You know?
It is.
It is a home away from.
We were just here last week working on the new record, and it was great.
And listen, folks, if you want to know more about what they've got, what the band has going on, you can go to flight409.com, 409.com. They got new music coming soon. Make sure you're checking them out. Make sure you find them on all the social media under Flight 409. I was kind of thrown off with the, and maybe it was just, again, this is in my head, the Primus reference in your, whoever set up your stuff on Instagram with the Flight 409 sucks. Was that a Primus reference? That's what
I've not even seen that. Why does Primus have Primus sucks or something?
Yeah, that was a huge thing. Like when Primus first like kind of came around, and Les Claypool was putting the band together, he would like lean into Primus sucks.
That's awesome. I love that.
And he loved it. Look, Cheryl said it's late teenage years all over again. I'm telling you, I love like that rebirth of that sound is absolutely amazing. It gives me chills. I can't wait. So do you have an idea when the full blown album's going to be out?
So right now,
go ahead, Kyle.
Right now, we just finished an EP 2 days ago.
Oh wow!
I think 2 days ago, Monday. Yeah, well, Sunday night. Yeah. And so we don't know when it's going to come out yet. We're about ready to mix it. But we have an EP now, and it's the strongest stuff we've done. And it's not just saying that. Like we're all like, oh shit, this is it. So,
yeah.
Very
now, Rick,
strong.
Rick, have you demanded a keyboard solo at any point in any of these albums?
Absolutely not. No.
no like I mean, a good solid keyboard solo.
Nah, they don't need it. If they needed a little sneak peek, they needed a little B3 love though. And
yeah,
we got
for
it.
sure.
We got it for sure.
For sure. Yeah. To touch on that though, actually, we've got different people doing a bunch of different things now. So Rick is not only playing keys, but he's playing guitar on the new stuff.
Nice.
And then I don't know. I was looking through our announcements for the podcast, and it looked like we still had some of the old member names up. So we have some member changes too that we should probably talk about.
Yeah,
so
please.
Justin and Shaffer, our old guitar player and bass player, are no longer playing with us. So we're back to 4 of the original members, and then Chad, who is our new bass player. And Chad has been working on all the new stuff with us, from Finish What You Started all the way through the new stuff. So we got a set of fresh new ears, and we're kind of a fresh new band, and it's been pretty exciting. It's cool.
Yeah, and to tighten up that, Chad played in a band that was great that would always play with Flight 409 back a long time ago. And then when Andy and I started another band a while ago to just keep playing, Chad played bass and keyboards in that band. So then it was like when our old bass player Shaffer didn't want to be in the band anymore for this, situation. We called Chad immediately. So now it's like it just felt like it was at home,
Chad,
Yeah,
I do. You do have a good bass player name and
True.
mustache
right.
and mustache. Like that's a like if somebody's like, "Hey, who's your bass player?" It's Chad. Chad's
Yeah.
bass.
It's Thump. Well, it's Thump.
Braga.
We call him Thump.
Braga, it's Thump, it's
Braga
And the-
on bass, dude.
The
What is
mustache-
Braga? What is that?
That's my
What's his last name?
Okay, I didn't know.
You're good.
Bro, it's all place. Yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, it's like I've known the guys for like a really long time. So, we've just always been parallel when it comes to like musicality stuff like that. And so, all these years later, asked to do it, I was like, oh yeah, dude, this will be fun. This will be great. Absolutely. So it was a no-brainer to hop on for sure.
It was quick.
Like was it one of those like one phone call kind of deals? Like, hey, we're putting
He
this all
didn't
back
even
together.
have to ask his mom, Like,
It was
Mom, can Chad come out and play?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
Mom leaving home to go play, with the band. So, but yeah, no, it was really fun. It was really easy to kind of slide in. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been a good time.
So I do kind of want to go back in the Wayback Machine though for a moment. So 2009, the hiatus starts because it wasn't I wouldn't say if you guys are back doing music again, I wouldn't call it a breakup. I'd call it a hiatus. So 2009, the hiatus starts. Like, what is it like? Does anybody go on like? Because I think you said it, Andy. Like musical taste had started to change. Everybody's looking to do different things. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, hey, I'm going to join a barbershop quartet. Somebody else got offered the opportunity to be a backup dancer for Paul Abdul. Like, what are we talking about when we say, hey, they just kind of like our musical directions started going different ways?
Yeah, I think to touch on that, maybe I kind of misspoke, saying that we all just kind of went musically different directions, right? But I think really some of us were just kind of burnt out and just jaded by the whole thing, right? And so we decided that it was kind of a no music for a while deal, and a few of us kind of did that. Still playing, but on a much smaller scale, right? But then Kyle went on to join and start a band called Shiver Fox that was just absolutely fantastic. And that was a rock and roll. I would just call it a rock and roll band, right? But yeah, so Kyle is really the one of us who went on to continue to play fairly consistently and do it on a larger scale. The rest of us,
well, we had different ideas. Different ideas were coming in.
Yeah.
Like when you write a song, I think like you get inspired by something and then you want to play it, figure it out, it comes out, and they were just coming out differently, and like Andy said it earlier, when we like how you said it, Sean, we didn't get mad at each other. It was a car ride and a lunch and hey man, we're jaded, I don't think we should do it anymore. It's like, okay, all right. And then we just stopped until, last year. And yeah, so that's pretty much my thing on it. And then it was like, well, let's play this again because it all works. Everybody has to have their own pathways to certain sounds and feelings and things that they get and learning experiences,
Get you back on in line. So when you talk about the jaded side to it, and we've had a lot of different musicians on. I had a gentleman on who was a music promoter, and he made an interesting statement. I mentioned a band. I was like, oh, you should check these guys out. They're really good. And he pulled up their, I don't know if it was their Spotify or something along those lines. And I'd never even thought about something like that. I listen to music there. He's like, listen, man, if they're not doing at least 50,000 downloads a day or whatever the ratio, he said, he goes, it's not even a conversation I'm having with somebody. I'm like, really? And you guys, coming from that 2007 era where, we still had, what's his name? God, I can't think of his name, drummer, Metallica, Lars. Lars, Lars rating the music place, the music sharing, the early music.
Napster. Yeah.
Rating Napster.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, like he was the hero of Napster or something like that. You guys went through that era, and now here you are picking back up where we had another gentleman on who did a bunch of different musicians, their groups, Next Center or Next Stars or something like that. And he's telling me, so Sean, if a song doesn't get, and it was something crazy like 15,000 downloads, it takes 15,000 downloads to equivalent the sale of one album.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, you have to get 15,000 downloads. And that was really wild to me. As you were in that world, what were some of the pitfalls that you saw then when you were coming up and kind of being recognized for the talent that you had? And you were like, hey, these were the pitfalls there. What were some of those things that you still are seeing now that they're still there, and new things that you're like, wow, we didn't expect these things to be there?
There's a lot.
I'm sorry. I got real deep. I got real deep for a minute. My bad. My bad. Hey, what's your favorite bourbon?
World. Yeah, totally.
I can definitely say that in the 2000s, it was very like you physically had to be there, physically to give out copies. You had to play the shows and whatnot. You just had to be very active, very active. And then, MySpace came out. The streaming started happening, so there was more availability in the music, right? But it was still like you had to find like a flyer or something to go see like a show, or it would be totally word of mouth. Now these days, you have to have like a complete business plan before you even probably play like a real show. It's like you have to have the followers on Instagram. You have to your music already has to be like on YouTube, on Spotify, all these streaming platforms. It's like you can have like honestly, you can have like a legit looking music video before you even show these days. And so I know that's definitely one comparison that like back then you would work hard to gain followers. Now it's like you need to have the followers and then you can like play a show or get attention from record labels and whatnot. So it's it definitely switched like the platform for sure.
Do you think like if I say you went to a club and you wanted to promote like, hey, we got our new album, it's been a while and we want to play here, do they ask that question now, like, hey, well, before we can let you guys come play here, what's your Instagram followers like, what's your streaming numbers like? Are they asking that kind of questions?
Totally depends on like what it is. Like if it's like a higher status thing, they'll be like, how many followers do you have? Wow. But I mean, if you still want to just play a show at your local venue, it could still happen.
It's really dependent on the market, right? So like, I don't know, like touring, you probably need to have a built up following, right? But like Chad was saying, like playing locally, not as important, I don't think.
Now here's the next question. Do you think these kids have it easy when it comes to picking music? And here's what I mean. So we're going to go back to that $15 CD for a second. And remember, we all made like $3.50, $5 an hour at like crappy jobs, sweeping floors, Little Caesars. That's where I worked at. Like, we like, remember, $5 an hour, that's 3 hours of work before I could ever afford to buy me a 409 CD.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't know, and listen, I know it was going to be good, but I didn't know what was going to be on there. I might have heard one song. Do you think they have it easier? And Rick, let me get a word in edgewise for a second, Rick. Give me 1 second. But do you think they've got it easier now? Because you really, I couldn't tell you the last time I listened to an album. My one son does. He's a big 21 Pilots fan. He loves 21 Pilots, and he can tell you all the songs, and he'll listen to it over and over and over. But I'm like, they don't have that like risk of, I bought this CD, and the only song on here that wasn't garbage was the one I heard on the radio. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's a mixed bag, right? Because now you're just like inundated with so much music. It's like, what do I choose? What and for us, like, music was such an identity, right? It was like, I know what bands that I'm going to probably enjoy, so I'm gonna like get those records. But like now, it's just like you go to a streaming platform, right? And you get like a playlist, and there are 500 different bands, and like all of the songs are, for the most part, pretty good, right? It's like, how do you choose? I don't know if kids like have favorite bands or like artists these days, right?
But artists are, listen, I don't know if you guys have seen this, like, just leaning into this 21 Pilot thing. Bands have lore now.
That's more of what it is, yeah.
Like this, Chad just tilted his head like he was Nipper, the RCA dog.
No,
dude, like seriously, 21 Pilots. So my son is super into this band, and obviously I would think we all know who they are. It's a huge band. They have built an entire lore around their albums and the songs they sing, and there's characters in there that, you remember Styx, Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto,
Right, yeah.
Like, that was about the closest, like, maybe you'd had a little bit, or you had to buy Tommy from The Who to get the whole rock opera thing going. These guys make entire series of albums to the point that they'll drop a picture. This is how crazy it is. They'll drop a picture on the Instagram. My kid will come tell me all about it. Dad, they dropped a picture. So there was a book in the background that said this. If you added the letters up in the book based on the Gregorian calendar, it actually equals this, which means that's the day that the album is coming out. And like, they do these things, like all this mystery, like bands have lore now.
Absolutely.
It's a wild, wild thing.
That makes it interesting for sure, because I never knew that. Because I liked 21 Pilots in like, 2013, 14, 15, when the first albums were out. So that's awesome. I guess that, that they're making it interesting for listeners, so.
And Bruno, I'm digging you hanging out with us.
Appreciate you, Bruno. Thanks so much.
You're rad.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, but I mean, staying with this line of questioning, and I know we're kind of leaning in this because it makes me think about you guys making this comeback. And again, folks, if you want to know what 409's got going on, check out flight409.com for any new music they've got coming on. So again, staying with this kind of thoughts, I don't know why my brain's going here, but back then, did you feel like you needed every song on the album to be radio playable? Where today, you said you just did the EP, Kyle.
To do that.
But you know what I'm saying, Kyle? Like, you have an EP now. Like, hey, we got what is EP? 5 or 7 songs?
Yeah,
this one's gonna be 4 or 5.
Okay.
So one day, like on the We Don't Dance record, there was a song called Operator that Andy showed up with, and we wrote it that day. And it was like, oh damn, this is it right here, And then, we come to find out people like other songs. Because then I have songs on that record that I love. And every band member has songs on that record that they love too. But it never really picked. And it all went to college radio. And there was plays, but we were on a label. And that's a whole thing. And then so like on this EP that we're working on right now, Well, I mean, that we just finished right now. We just, like I said, we're going to mix. Dude, everyone could do something. So it's like, I think our thing, and I'm not trying to speak for everybody, but for me, and I've hung out with the band for a while. It's usually been like, we try really hard for every song to have that one thing, that thing that has that hook, or that feels right, or does the thing where they could play it wherever they wanted to, but then there's been a couple where we just want to thrash and just go wild, of course.
Absolutely.
But for the most part, it's always.
Now, does everybody have
something for everybody to listen to?
Has everybody kind of contributed a song, or is that the goal with this album, or is it one of those like, hey, or is it, what is it, like an Elton John, and I can't think of the other guy's name, where like, hey, this person always writes the music, this person always does the lyrics, kind of a thing?
On this one, Andy took a lot of initiative on this. Like, it is a lot of it's Andy, and then we were all doing pre-production together, separately, like sending tracks back and forth. Andy had these lyrics in the bag, and a lot of the chord structure. So we really just kind of went around it and formed these songs like Flight does. That's what Flight always does. It gets turned into Flight, and of course anybody is able to speak right now.
I mean, generally speaking, like, what one of us will, put the bones of a song together, and then as it goes, like, we all just kind of add our flavor as it goes. So a lot of these new songs started out with just kind of ideas that I would come up with, or our drummer, even Todd, who isn't here right now, unfortunately. I'm really worried about him. I wonder what happened. But anyway, he's probably sleeping or taking a nap.
Or he thinks it's tomorrow.
And he'll be here tomorrow, Sean.
Do you have his phone number?
I texted him.
Oh, okay, because I would call him right now. Like, if you shoot it over to me
that would be
in the messenger, I will call him right now on the show if you would like.
Yeah, hit it in the messenger. Who knows how to do that?
If you send it to me in Messenger, I'll call him and be like, "Hey, Todd, we're doing the show."
Just get him on the line like that. That's a great idea.
I have no problem in those things.
That's great.
Now, now that this is all kind of coming back together, you're getting all the different elements. I asked my wife to grab something to drink out of the fridge for me, and she just randomly. Any of you guys have teenagers? Any teenagers?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So this will make good sense to you, Rick. So there's a fridge in my basement, and I asked my wife to grab me a drink out of it, and randomly she pulled this piece of cake out of it that my 16-year-old, who knows when he put that in this random refrigerator. So any of you that don't have teenagers yet, please be prepared that this is next on your list, is random ass shit that you used to do to your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So be prepared for that.
You can eat that or no?
Yeah, right. Dad, don't throw that away. I was going to eat that later.
I was going to eat that, dude.
Yeah, right. I mean, well, between my wife and I, we have 8 kids, so we've been there, done that on all these different things. So she always makes faces like, "Why you gotta tell?" Because listen, we have a tough time getting out of the driveway. So
yeah, for sure. Especially when you're getting all that snow up there.
Oh, dude, listen. The snow up here this year was absolutely ridiculous. Once it started, I don't think I saw the grass for a good 4 or 5 months. You want to peek your head in? I probably didn't see the grass for a good 4 to 5 months. And the worst of that is we have 2 dogs. So as soon as that grass melted, you knew what reappeared. That I thought it all disappeared underneath all the snow. So my whole yard looked like landmines at that point.
Ah,
nice.
So, what? Did you have a question? All right. I'm getting harassed right now. I'm sorry. So, all right, here it is. So let's see. All right, let's give him a call. All right.
We're calling Todd.
All right, so we're gonna call Todd, folks. He's the drummer. He probably will be like, "Why is there a 267 number calling me?"
Right.
And no, folks, I'm not going to give you the rest of my phone number.
Rick, you should talk about your prank calls with Todd back in the day.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I would never.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is
we're
not
gonna leave a
available.
message though.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi, Todd. This is Sean with the Above the Bar podcast. We were supposed to start the show about 36 minutes ago. We've just been waiting on you. The guys won't let me start the show until you actually log in. It's really been a problem. Can you please hurry up and log in? It took a while for them to even give me this number. So again, this is Sean with the Above the Bar podcast. Please go ahead and log in. I think Andy said he's willing to give you the login, but he said something about you should have had it, but Rick was going to send it to you. So do me a favor. Please hurry up and log in so we can get this show started. It's supposed to be live.
Todd.
He couldn't hear you. You're in my headphones.
Yeah. No, I knew that. I just want to do it anyway.
So
he gave him a heart.
He just had a heart attack for sure.
Is he currently like, oh shit?
100%.
You're welcome.
That's
That's how I felt yesterday.
You're absolutely welcome for those things.
When
Rick was early yesterday.
Yeah,
Rick was
Kyle,
early.
He's like, dude, come on, man. Or what did you say in the text? Like, we're on the podcast now, and I was like, oh shoot, was it today? When this was yesterday.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh my
no,
God.
Rick was like, I'll see you guys tonight. We're like,
yeah, and I don't know what I was thinking.
Nope.
Yeah.
Remember when I told you guys the three rules? That was the third one being enacted. There only gets to be the one asshole. I went ahead and enacted that. So how about, like, with all this getting together, other than the fact, and I mean, let's call it what it is, the goal for this album was just to hang out with your friends again, get to know each other, get to reconnect with each other. I can tell just from, this interaction right now, you guys enjoy being with each other and hanging out with each other. You can tell there's a joy. There's no one's stepping over each other to talk. No one's trying to bully their way into the conversation. You guys are letting each other go back and forth. But was there any other goals like, hey, we really want to take this and do fill in the blank. This is we want to play. I don't know. Hell if I know. None of the big shows are around anymore. But is there anything that you guys are like, hey, I really want this to come around? Jed said, what up, guys?
What up, Justin?
Yo.
Darren Mine said the boys are back.
Oh shit, Darren, what's up, dude? Good to see you.
Todd said he's 10 minutes away from home, huh?
10 minutes out, dude.
That's fine. He'll catch the second half of the show.
Yeah, he'll catch the second half.
That's hilarious, dude. He comes in on the last 10 minutes and he's just like, hey, what's up?
What's up, guys? How you guys been?
Hey, what's up, Todd?
I hope he has a fresh haircut or something. He needs to have like a super fresh haircut when he does it. Then I'll be like, sorry guys, let's get my hair done, getting ready for the show.
Right, yeah. I thought it was at 6.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Look,
totally.
you guys said it was
Standard.
You guys said it was I didn't realize it was Eastern Standard Time.
Right. Todd's just been watching the podcast the whole time.
Oh, that would be even better. So but and again, folks, this is going to sound cliche, but make sure for those of you that are just joining us, make sure you're giving this like, share, us, follow. If those of you that are checking us out on YouTube, it's always appreciated. But back to the question of, is there any goals with this other than to hang out and get to reconnect with each other? Was there any other goals? Do you want to go back on tour? If it was offered to you?
I think the goal with Finish What You Started was definitely like just more to like, hey, let's hang out and write a song and see how it goes and think about what the future looks like. But with these new songs, I think we're more prepared to step it up a little bit, and see what that future looks like. But realistically, like, I don't know, my philosophy, and I know these guys kind of think the same way, is like, if you write songs that people want to listen to and that people fall in love with, that's the way that things are going to happen, and that's the organic way to make it happen. And that's kind of what we want to do, is just like write the best music we can, and hope that the people who love our band also love the new music that we're writing.
So over on Instagram, James Norkowicz, who is a friend of mine, he's another musician, comes from a musical family. He's done everything from be a DJ on the radio to, I can't remember. He took and wrote music using and had some girl in Ireland sing over top of his music and got like 1 million views. But he's asking over on Instagram. I know we talked about the process here with the music, but he might have missed it. He said, who does the primary songwriting? Is there any, like, I know we talked about everybody kind of had pieces, but is there any primary, he's asking?
Lyrically, I'm usually the lyricist. But as far as
Chad said, it's him.
Yeah, it is Chad. It's actually Chad. Yeah.
Lyrically, I'm supposed to represent. That's all I could hear.
Yeah, but the songs stem from. It could even just be a chord progression that someone just jammed out right in front of us. We're like, oh, that's cool. Let's roll with that for a little bit. So it's a mixed bag of how it kind of starts.
Now, how would you write a song? Like, so I've never wrote a song a day in my life, unless it was to harass somebody about how they looked and made a ditty at that point. But how would something like that work, Rick? Like, so I don't know what that means by a chord progression or any of that.
Got it. It could just be something that, like, for example, Chad just grabs an acoustic guitar and just starts playing, and he just plays 4 chords in a particular order that sound cool. So we're like, oh, that's awesome. And then we build on that. And then, but at the end of the day, Andy, he will always put the lyrics on it and always come up with just the best melodies that form with the songs and the music.
All right, so then I got to ask you this question, Andy. So it sounds like you're putting the lyrics on there. You're Elton John on this one. So
sure.
So like, and listen, I'm not trying to get deep, but like, are you a happy guy or a sad guy? Because like, I really dig that song, and that song really to me sounds like a guy trying to reconnect with everybody, and there was like some passion there, but you always feel like with songwriters, like they're either like really happy people or like everybody's got to call and check on you before you go to bed.
I love that. I'm a passionate guy.
Okay.
I'm a passionate guy. I'm passionate about a lot of things. Music being the highest of that order, I think. But I am also, I'm also I don't know. I'm a human being. I operate on many different levels. So there are times when I feel joy. There are times when I feel depression, like everybody. I don't know. But mental health is important. So talking about those things and letting people know.
Is that how all of you feel like you get your mental? Like, music to me always feels like that. Like you're peering into somebody else's feelings for that moment. Like,
for sure.
Like that, it's such a big piece to it, and that's where we all connect with. There's albums that probably to some person they're like, it's okay. To another one, they're like, you don't understand. This is everything to me. Like, I have albums like when the Wallflowers album came out, I was on deployment. Yeah, brother. I was on deployment and we had CDs back then, so I was like limited in what I could listen to. So that was like, that's an album that when I hear it, I'm like, yeah, this is a big album because I know where I was throughout this whole thing. Is that how music kind of worked for all of you? Like, hey, this was an outlet in some way, or was it the real one where we were all like, I could get chicks with this?
Oh no,
all the above.
I think yeah. Podcast? Also a mixed bag.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, because music, one, universal, right? So anyone across the globe can understand a note, a chord, a melody, and stuff like that. But music pulls nostalgia. Music enforces, like, if you want to be excited for something. Music can enforce being sad because you are feeling sad about something. And then, like you said, Sean, these lyrics mean something to me, but to another person they don't. It's totally like it's the most well-rounded. It fits in everyone's cornea in a different way, and that's the coolest part about it. So, I mean, like compared to these guys, like I love pop. Like I love pop, dude. And
There's nothing wrong with pop. We all grew up with it. We didn't know any better.
Nothing wrong with pop, dude. And then, Kyle talk about, like, have you listened to the new Rolling Stones? I'm like, have you listened to like K-pop Demon Hunters? Like, it's just like,
you checked out the new Bieber, dude?
Have you? Yeah, but it works out because it's like there's a respect to it. Like Kyle will show me like these old school songs, and then I'm singing like this Bieber song, and he's like, "Dude, shut up," but fine,
baby.
Like it's fine. It's
beautiful.
Fine. But it's a respect and it's a connect, and that's why it works. So, yeah.
Well, it's the last call here around the Above the Bar podcast, folks. So let's talk standards for a second. You've got them in your work, your cycle, your life, and your music. So why not your whiskey? This episode is brought to you by New Scotland Spirits, small batch, handcrafted whiskey made right here in upstate New York. Locally sourced grain, no shortcuts, no compromises. Just a bold, smooth pour that lives up to the standard you expect. So whether you're wrapping up the day or kicking off a great conversation, don't lower the bar when it comes to what's in your glass. Find your bottle of New Scotland Spirits at newscotlandspirits.com. New Scotland Spirits, set the standard. All right, listen, guys.
Thanks, Sean. Now I'm thirsty. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Good.
Is that it?
That's it. That's it right there.
Rick drinks a lot of whiskey.
Who drinks? Who's the whiskey drinker?
Rick.
Well, we all are.
Rick, listen, man. I completely sidebar, left turn for a moment here. There's a lot of horrible things I can say about New York, because it just is. It's New York. That's what we do up here. We say all these horrible things. But I'm not in like normal New York. If you've never been to where I'm at, like I'm 30 minutes from Vermont.
Okay.
I have foxes running through my yard and deer and all the rest of it. Like people will be like, yeah, I'm in New York. They're like, how's the city traffic? I'm like, I don't know. It's 2.5 hours away from me.
Right.
That's nothing like where I live. But all that being said, one of the great things about New York is probably when Cuomo was still in office, or as I like to refer to him as Lord Commander Cuomo, was still in office. He enacted this thing that you could get a distiller's license for $1,000, and we have tons of apple orchards. So all these places started doing like apple brandies and stuff like that, and then they started getting into the whiskeys. And I did not know it till a couple of years ago. This whole area, rye is a New York grain, like that. Wow. It grows like here in New York all over the place. So we've got some of the best local small batch whiskeys and rye whiskeys right across, again, 30 minutes that way from, well, where am I at? Think about where my house is situated that way. Into Vermont is Whistle Pig. And and Whistle Pig is an absolute, if you've never had it, like to me, it's the standard of rye. And this stuff right here, New Scotland, is as good as you're going to get close to that with that rye burn that you're looking for, absolutely. But without it tasting like straight up burnt tire rubber, like some of them do.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Man.
Send it wine and see if I could find it.
Send it to Rick, and
I'll have to reach out to my buddy owns the company. This is the worst bottle I own right here. This is some shit called
Lafroy.
Oh God,
amazing.
Listen, this is like drinking burnt leaves.
That's delicious.
I love that, dude.
Listen, I wish you were closer, Rick. I would give you this.
I'll
I-
fly to your house.
Send it
right
to
now.
Rick. Send it to Rick.
Bro, I spent like $100
He's
on
on
this.
his way, man.
I spent like $100 on that bottle. The guy at the
Just
liquor
save it.
store was like, he's like, you're gonna love it. It's real this, that. And I'm like, all right, because I have a bottle of Glenlivet 12-year. I'm like, I like that. He's like, oh, this is great. I took one sip of that. I was like, oh.
Without
Yeah.
sideboarding too much, you got to ease your way into the Isla scotches, which is where that distillery is at, and that's a peaty scotch. So look for Dalwhinnie. Or Talisker. It's a light peat and it's sweet. So it still has a little bit of Speyside, but it has that Isla in there as well.
Oh.
So
Dalwhinnie's great.
Excuse me 1 second, Jed. Since we're down to approximately 9 minutes in the show.
9 minutes left.
Oh, there he is. It's Todd.
Todd.
So does Todd get my only joke, Andy? Does he get my only musician joke?
100%.
So Todd, I'm Sean. I'm the host.
Hi,
Just so you
Sean.
know who I am. Do you know what they call the guy that hangs out with the band?
The drummer?
Exactly.
Oh shit, son, he got it.
That's a good one.
So do you want to catch up on? Do you want me to just kind of run through all the questions we've done up to this point, and you can just kind of like drop them in?
Yeah, rapid fire. We'll go.
Rapid fire. Are you happy? Are you happy to be making music again?
Yep. Love it.
Are you happy to make music with these guys again?
Absolutely. Best people ever.
I love you.
What's your goal with this album?
Just to do something different that we've never done before. Push the boundaries, I guess.
Okay. Do you have a favorite whiskey?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you have? Okay. Who writes the most music? Is it? Yeah, Chad. Those are hand gestures. Chad, look, check it out. Okay, that's the thumbs up. Give it bunny ears. Give it bunny ears. And then hold on a sec.
What?
There you. Yeah. Okay.
What about
Now.
me?
Okay. Now give it the rock and roll.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
All right. Now, thumbs down.
Aww.
Flick your fingers like this. See if I can get it to work. This one may not work. Oh, God,
Sorry.
what is it?
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's like maybe it's this one. Is it this one? No, I can't remember what it is. And then there's one other, like if you can get it to work, it doesn't always work. If you can get it to pick up on the heart.
There it is.
There it is. You got it to work. Yeah, I can't always get it to work.
Oh, what is happening?
Yep. So there's all those
Sorry.
things for you.
Sorry,
And then Bruno says, "This is such drummer antics. That's hilarious." Yeah. So I mean, listen, it's one of those few things that now you can do that. It's a setting inside of your computer for hand gestures that you can turn all that on. And Todd, as I'm looking at you, I realize you look like. Does anybody else ever watch Reno 911?
Oh, I used to watch it a long time ago.
He's the guy who was always on roller skates when they did Reno 911.
Oh, that guy?
That's who you look like.
Talking about like Nick Swartzen when
Yeah, Nick.
Yep.
Oh, is it Nick Swartzen?
That's who you look like, brother. God.
I'll take it. That's awesome.
That you
hilarious.
definitely look like him.
I'll get some roller skate.
Get you some. That's what you should roller skate out to your drum set and
Yeah.
just like crash into it. That would be so
Dude,
great.
you could go so fast with roller skates on with your kick pedals, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You could be like the fastest double kick player on planet Earth.
So, I mean, I'll give you the floor, brother, because you didn't get a chance. I know you were out doing stuff. So, I mean, anything that you want to say about the new album being back with everybody?
Yeah, it was hard to settle on these 4 songs. We had like so many. We were like trying to take votes to figure out which ones we wanted to do, and just like writing them. It was so much fun. And then once we got into the studio at Kyle's studio, it was like so amazing. And every time they send a new mix, it's always like, wow, there's more stuff. You pushed this even further than I thought it could go. That's crazy. So it's always a treat to hear what they're working on and to be part of it, even though we're all separated, is pretty cool. So I guess it's everything.
How about this real quick question, because we're getting pretty close on time here. Was there anything for any of you as far as relearning to play with each other? Was there anything where you were like, oh, wait, I forgot that, Rick likes to come in on this note. Chad hasn't played with us in that way. we didn't realize he wanted to do this. Was there any challenges like that?
I don't think there were. I could be wrong on that. I would say, for me at least, the challenge was I haven't played in a band in probably like 7 or 8 years. So just getting back used to like sitting behind a drum set and actually drumming, like that was kind of like had my mind had to wrap right back around that. And then we got to jam together for a while, and that was cool, like just in the studio. And it was like, they probably already mentioned this, but it was like a wild experience. It was like I transported back in time. It's like I was 22 again, and I was like, here we are. This is awesome. So that was cool. Yeah.
That's great. How about anybody else? Anybody else had challenges like getting back into that rhythm?
Not really. It all kind of felt like it just kind of fell into place in a pretty smooth way.
Yeah, totally.
I did for a quick second because working in the studio, I was like not used to playing flight. And so it took about 15 minutes. And it was like, oh, that's right. That's what we do.
Yeah.
And then that was just setting up the guitar rig. So yeah, it only took us a little bit of time.
Yeah.
We worked together so much for so many years that it's just like there. It's its own sound, you know.
And I think all of us kind of did different music projects after Flight, and we all kind of experienced the same thing coming back. Like, wow, this is like, we forgot what it's like to be in like this type of band where everything just clicks and you just feel like at home. Not to say that we agree on everything, but it just feels like home. It feels good. It's like we're all like, we may not agree on it, but once it's done, like, wow, that is a Flight song. That's a cool song. You know,
it definitely feels like family for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. And Darren said he's waiting on the Flight 409 reunion show. Anywhere, any day, I'll be there. So let's ask that question as we're getting ready to close it all up here. Is there an upcoming show? Can you announce something right now? Exclusive one right now? Come on, Bueller.
I will say, since I was like new joining in the band, and that I've been listening to Flight for all these years, and then joining 20 years later, every time I'm around them, I'm like, all right, so like, when are we gonna do this live? Like, when are we like we need, like, I've been waiting for it, like, let's do this live, but you know.
So what's the hold up?
Oh, ask them, dude.
We're spread out all over the country. We gotta have a few rehearsals first.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You remember Allen Iverson? Practice.
Right.
Come on. Allen Iverson told you, practice.
Right.
Practice.
It's already there. We just haven't figured out what we want to do. And I have this stupid term that I keep telling everybody. It's got to be hot and sweaty.
Hot and sweaty, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I think I understand what you mean. Well, look, folks, if you're finding us through 409 or 409 through us, please take time, like, share. It sounds cliche, but that's how these algorithms work. That's how their music, more people are going to go out there and find their YouTube channel, find out what they're doing on Instagram, find out what they have going on. That's how other bands that come on here get known. If you're enjoying this, we do this every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live. Trust me, it is live. We've had shows where nobody showed up, and I've got to figure out how to do it. And you can see me do a nice soft shoe tap dance for an hour. So it happens. But join us next week. We got a motivational speaker on next week. He goes by the name of Big Marv. He's on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. He's been a motivational speaker for about 5 years. He posts 7 days a week, connecting with people nationwide and around the world. He focuses on real life experience, growth, preservation, and inspiring others to push through adversity while staying focused on their purpose. I told you guys, there's never no, like, get it, Chad. I need to see who else it is. Rick. Let's see if Rick's got them. He doesn't have the gestures. Todd, do you have the gestures built into yours?
The peace sign?
That's one. You'll get the confetti for the peace sign when you do that.
I have it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to turn those on. So, all right, gents, we're gonna go a couple of seconds over. You can figure out who wants to do this. But at the end of every episode, and don't log off on me afterwards, just want to talk to you for a couple of minutes. At the end of every episode, the guest always gets the final word. Now, on my screen, I've got Rick, Kyle, Todd, Andy, and then Chad. I don't care which way you guys do it, but the guest always gets the final word. So whoever wants to go first. Not all at once.
Thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
Kyle?
This was fantastic, man. I appreciate your time. That was very nice of you to pick us. We're very lucky for all this, man. Fantastic.
Yeah. Todd?
Excited to be here.
Excited to have you.
Yes, sir.
That's good, Todd.
Yeah, thank you for your patience waiting for me. I'm sorry I'm late.
Andy?
You made it. Hey, yeah. Thanks so much for having us, Sean. This has been really great. Appreciate it. And for everybody who's watching and anybody who sees this later, we will be releasing new music in 2026. Some of the best music that I think that we've ever created, and I'm very, very excited about it. And so thanks for hanging out with us on the come up.
Chad, you get the last one, brother.
Sean, thank you for having us, and I'm just happy to be here.
Alrighty, folks, be sure to push your stool in.
This has been a Second Front podcast presentation found on Apple, Spotify, and wherever podcasts can be found.